Live from KSAT12, the news at noon starts right now.
We start with late-breaking news this noon. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office says deputies have found a body on the south side. Now, BCSO is investigating this as a homicide.
We're waiting to learn more from Sheriff Javier Salazar, but we do know right now investigators are on the scene near 1604 and Highway 281 on the south side. The sheriff is set to provide an update sometime after 12:30. We'll bring you that live when it happens.
A registered sex offender in San Antonio now facing more charges in Hays County. This after investigators identified a second victim.
Hays County officials say 24-year-old Diego Alejandro Cortez also had child pornography. Deputies accuse him of contacting children on social media.
Detectives learned that he was using Snapchat to contact his victims. So as soon as we learned that he was making contact via electronic means, our detectives again did a really good job and have been doing a good job. They executed several different search warrants, and one of those was on his iPhone. So as a result of that search warrant, they were able to discover several pictures, several videos, all of who our detectives believe were young females.
Cortez charged with continuous sexual abuse of a child, a first-degree felony, and 10 counts of possession of child pornography, a third-degree felony.
And those charges are in addition to the original charges of child trafficking to engage in sexual conduct and harboring a runaway child. Cortez is being held in the Hays County Jail with bonds totaling $400,000.
Taking a look outside with live cam. It's not yet 92, first time this week. It was at 92 degrees when we hit the air. Is that good?
Well, we're going to be 1 degree shy. What were you saying earlier, John Paul?
Cold front, right?
Yeah, we're going to be 103 degrees today instead of 104. Wow,
Looking
absolutely.
forward to another
We got to be positive.
We do got to be positive, right? There's plenty of sunshine out there. You won't be lacking vitamin D. Let's go ahead and take a look outside. 90 degrees in San Antonio. And those skies have since cleared. We had clouds stick around just a little bit longer than yesterday. That's why we're going to shave off a degree or two. 91 in Rio Medina, 90 in Bandera, 90 in Kerrville, and 86 in Canyon Lake. But it's going to be hot all across Texas today, close to records across the state in many locations, including here in San Antonio. Our forecast high is 103. The record for the day is 104. Austin may beat a record of 105 for the high temperature today. So you may be curious, how's the ERCOT grid doing? Well, it's doing okay. Here's a look at ERCOT supply and demand. So far today, the supply again is this blue line here. You can see that the supply will outweigh demand today. Same story tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, although it does come close a little bit over the weekend. But the good news is the ERCOT grid expected to keep on humming. We'll be humming through triple-digit weather over the next several days with only a small chance for rain in the forecast. I'll have those details in a few minutes.
Thank you, Sarah. San Antonio police now looking for someone who, it seems, was on a mission to hurt others. They say that person chased down 3 other people in a car and shot a teenage passenger. Katrina Weber reports police say the car the victim was in was stolen.
All eyes are on this Kia Soul, the place where San Antonio police first spotted a critically wounded teen. They say he was hanging out of the back passenger's side with gunshot wounds in his head and back. When officers arrived before 6 this morning, they initially thought he was dead. Calls from neighbors had brought them to the area near Culebra and Callahan roads.
I did hear shots, but I didn't know. I thought it was just a drive-by.
Claudia Rodriguez didn't know at first what was happening across from her apartment complex. She looked outside and saw the Kia all banged up and more.
Well, I heard the crash, but I heard the scream, and then that's when I came out and I saw just 2 males running.
Police quickly caught those 2 people who they describe as witnesses. They believe they were in the car with the victim when he was shot. The pair told officers someone in another car had been chasing them before taking aim at them. Police are still investigating, but they say at this point they believe that car was stolen. But they're not able to say whether that had any bearing on the reason for the shooting. With help from their helicopter, police immediately began searching the neighborhood. They roped off a wide section of the street and marked off small pieces of evidence. But outside of those few clues, their efforts didn't add up to much right away. No description of the shooter or the car involved. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
And new details in a deadly shooting investigation on the south side. Police now say an argument took place before bullets started flying. It all started just after midnight at a motel near South Florida Street and Southeast Military Drive. Police said the victim and his girlfriend were there to meet a friend. That's when people walked up to them and the victim argued with those people. And at some point, officers say a suspect pulled out a gun and shot the victim in the chest. He was pronounced dead at the scene. So far, police haven't arrested anyone in the case. And 12 migrants, including a pregnant woman, were found huddled together in the back of the cab of a stolen 18-wheeler in South Bexar County. That's according to the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. It happened just after 10 last night on I-35 near Fisher Road in the Von Army area. Deputies say Von Army patrol units were following that 18-wheeler. They ran the plate number and found out it was stolen. After a short chase, BCSO says the semi-truck pulled over on I-35 and the driver was found with a gun. The migrants were all in good health and the driver was taken into custody. That person has not been identified.
A Medina County commissioner who resigned last week citing personal reasons now arrested on felony fraud and tampering with evidence charges. That's according to a spokesperson with the Texas Department of Public Safety. Tim Newman offered a handwritten note to resign as Precinct 1 commissioner, and that was accepted last week. But then a DPS spokesperson confirmed that he was being investigated for the possible theft of recycled metal funds. And Newman was arrested, indeed, yesterday on 2 felony charges. A Texas judge now has to decide whether to clarify the state's abortion ban for medical emergencies. The Center for Reproductive Rights asking for a, quote, remedy applied to patients whose life, health, or fertility is at risk from an emergent medical condition, unquote. 3 women testified yesterday the reasons their doctor deemed their pregnancies non-viable, but then said their doctors could not perform an abortion due to the state's ban, even though it put their lives at risk. State attorneys argued the plaintiffs can't sue the state for the medical care they received, but that the remedy in all of this lies with the legislature.
And the oldest and largest licensed nonprofit that accepts and repurposes medical equipment is gearing up for its annual citywide donation drive on Saturday. But they're already hard at work collecting your donations. Our latest KSAT community event is underway right now. Volunteers are taking your calls on behalf of Project Men. The number to call is right there on your screen. The organization is collecting financial donations to buy more wheelchairs, which is the most requested and needed piece of medical equipment. Coming up in a few minutes, we'll check in at the phone bank and see what your donations could mean for those in need. And the ladies of Team USA are ready to take on their first opponent in the World Cup. They're also looking to defend their title from 2019. How they're looking ahead of their game. For 30 years, a local nonprofit has been providing refurbished medical equipment to those who need it, but may not be able to afford it. However, Project Men couldn't complete their mission without help. That's why our latest KSAT community event is in support of the organization with a phone bank. Ursula is live as operators take calls and collect donations. Ursula?
Thanks, Sean Paul. This is a great organization, Project Men. Joining me now is Kathy Valdez. She's the CEO of the organization. Tell us in a nutshell what it is you do.
So very, very quickly, we take in donations of medical equipment, items like wheelchairs, walkers of all types and sizes, scooters, etc. We refurbish it, sanitize it, get it ready to go out to people in need that just don't have a way to get it on their own.
I have to say that, you know, I was just with my father who recently died.
Oh, sorry. And
there was all kinds of medical equipment left over from his care. And someone could use every single bit of it, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. We're always taking in all that equipment. It's necessary. We always need it.
What are the most in-demand items?
We always will need wheelchairs, standard wheelchairs of any size. Behind that, I would say probably rollators. Those are the walkers that have wheels, yes. Also brakes on the handles and seats. Those 2 items are probably going to be the most requested and always needed.
And like we have a scooter, you know, that nobody uses anymore. Those things are very expensive.
They certainly can be, and the larger the scooter, the more expensive they are. So, yeah, you've got that. By all means, donate it to Project Men. It's going to be put to use very quickly.
Kathy's eyes are lighting up as I'm asking these questions. But it is true, and oftentimes families are hit by this kind of stuff like that. They don't have time to go shopping and price check and all of that.
That's correct. You know, for a one-time $20 enrollment fee, you can come and access any of the medical equipment that you may need. All we need is a doctor's prescription that outlines what those items specifically have to be.
That's amazing. What a bargain.
Absolutely.
And that's all you need is the prescription from the doctor.
Yes, ma'am. That's it.
Kathy Valdez from Project Men. The phone number to call on your screen, 210-351-1363. It's an easy thing to do because it's probably hanging out in your garage somewhere and you're just not using it. Of course, you can also send in monetary donations as well. Again, Project Men, 210-351-1363. We'll be back with more in a bit.
What an amazing effort going on right now. Make sure to help out if you can. Taking a look at live cam. No clouds right now, but we did have a cloudy start this morning, and it kind of helped out a little bit, right, Sarah?
Yeah, shaved off a degree or two. Not too bad, but it's still very hot outside. Unfortunately, the aquifer continues to fall. It is down more than half a foot in the last 24 hours, now over 30 feet below the monthly average. The good news is molds are the only allergen present and they're low. Shout out to San Antonio, 210 for the mold count today. Again, we're finding the small things, right? I got a trivia question for you. Where were San Antonio's first official weather records kept back in the 1880s? Fort Sam Houston, the Dolnick Building, Maverick Building, or Hicks Building? I'll have the Weather 101 answer for you. And of course, a scorching forecast after the break.
Wait, a little bit of weather trivia, and I think I already failed the test.
Well,
I can't
Ursula,
play this game,
JP. JP already knows the answer to the question.
He cheated.
I studied.
Well, JP watched the 9. So
And then he wrote down the
if
answer.
If anything, JP gets an A+ because he was watching the 9. All right, Ursula. Where were San Antonio's first official weather records kept in the 1880s?
Okay, I originally thought it was the Maverick Building, but then I got to thinking that Fort Sam Houston would have great need to know what the official weather was.
All right, here we go, okay? At some point, official weather records were taken at each of these locations, but the first official weather records, Ursula nailed it. Fort Sam Houston, yeah. And since then, since 1942, rather, the official weather records have been at the San Antonio International Airport. Now, you may be asking why. Why are the official weather records taken at the San Antonio International Airport? Ursula's scanning this QR code right now to find out why. It's an article written by meteorologist Mia Montgomery on why official weather records are kept at the San Antonio International Airport. First of all, there's a lot of space at the airport. Uninhibited space that you can put weather instruments on. And at the airport right now, it's 90 degrees with a heat index of 96. So it's still humid outside right now, but the humidity will be coming down a little bit later this afternoon. So during the peak heat of the day, we're going to have a dry heat. Again, small silver lining there, right? 92 degrees in Del Rio. It's 88 in Rock Springs, 96 in Cotulla, 91 in New Braunfels. Gonzales, you're at 92 degrees. And we did have some of these clouds earlier this morning, but they've since dissipated and it is totally sunny out there. 94 Rio Medina, where Medina Lake is only 4.8% full because of how dry it's been out there. 87 in Canyon Lake. Looking at your KSAT 12-hour forecast for this afternoon, we'll be at 100 degrees by 3 p.m. 103 for the high temperature this afternoon. Southeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And even after the sun sets, my friends, it's still going to be 91 at 10 and 85 at midnight. Looking at forecast highs in your neighborhoods, Rock Springs is going to get away with not reaching 100 degrees today. 104 in Del Rio, 109 in Carrizo Springs and Cotulla, 102 in Canyon Lake, and 103 in Gonzales. Now, as I mentioned, it's humid now now, but when in this afternoon, we're going to see those dew points come down into the 50s. So a dry heat for us is the small victory we can take away from the day today. Looking at the weather setup across the state, some showers across the panhandle, but that's it for the state of Texas. Across the nation, we've got some severe weather out near Chicago, and we've got some severe weather across areas in Tennessee. But that heat high is firmly ahead in San Antonio, and it is going to move slightly off to the west over the weekend, so we can hold out hope for a 10 to 20% chance for an isolated shower this weekend. But I don't want you to bank on the rain, bank on the heat, because it's still going to be hot. A lot of us are going to not see rain this weekend, and even the couple of folks that do see rain on Sunday, it's still going to be a scorcher of a week. Coming up in the forecast, we are going to talk a little bit about Saharan dust and when that's coming back into the picture.
Oh, joy.
The streak of triple digits continues. Thanks for that, Sarah.
Oh, thank you,
And
Sarah.
congratulations, Ursula. Didn't even need to study for the test.
I thought I'd failed.
There's a buzz that the San Antonio Spurs may be moving into a different venue downtown. How people are already reacting to the idea. The college football season is near, and the Texas Longhorns will kick off the new season at home Saturday, September 2nd with Rice at 2:30 p.m. And then week 2, the Longhorns travel to Tuscaloosa to face Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. It's a big-time matchup for the Horns, who lost at home to Bama last season 20-19 when the Crimson Tide kicked this game-winning field goal with just 10 seconds to go. Horns QB Quinn Ewers was knocked out of the game with a shoulder injury at the end of the first quarter. This week at SEC's Media Day, Saban was asked about the Horns heading in to Bryant-Denny Stadium for the rematch.
Well, I can't evaluate their readiness to play in any game. I don't coach their team. I think Sark's a great coach, and I think he'll have them ready. But I think Texas has a lot of players back from last year's team. Obviously, it was a really close, tough game. You know, last year when we played that game, I think they're doing an outstanding job of recruiting. They're doing an outstanding job of developing the players on our team and on their team. And it's going to be a real challenging game, no doubt, because they have a lot of starters back and they have a lot of experience coming back and experienced quarterback. So we expect them to have an outstanding team.
A very highly anticipated game, and Texas will play at Alabama Saturday, September 9th at 6 p.m. Bama is favored by 7.
The AT&T Center has been the home of the San Antonio Spurs for 20 years now. The building has seen iconic plays from David Robinson, the Big Three, and 4 historic championships. But now there's some buzz over the Silver and Black potentially moving to a downtown venue. Well, lots of fans have said they would support a move to a new area. There are some, especially on the east side, who feel let down.
It brings people here to kind of see what's going on over here on the east side. So it will be a travesty.
And right now, you can be part of this conversation by scanning this QR code on your screen. It'll take you directly to KSAT12, where you can share your comments in our trendings articles about the Spurs venue, potential new venue. And you can also read what other people are saying about it, too. Bigger, bolder, and breaking new ground. The Women's World Cup kicking off in Australia, New Zealand today. ABC's Maggie Rulli, that is, reports that the United States is bidding to extend their golden era by winning an unprecedented 3rd straight title.
The opening ceremony wrapped up here just a couple of hours ago, kicking off what promises to be a World Cup like we have never seen before, with a record 32 teams, and for the first time ever, 2 host countries, both Australia and New Zealand, already playing their first matches, with New Zealand doing something the country has never done before, take home a victory in the World Cup, truly bringing World Cup fever to us here down under. Now, even with that win, all eyes remain on Team USA. They are a favorite to win it all. They're also looking to defend their title from 2019, and on top of that, they're going for a three-peat, something no team, men or women, have ever been able to do before. Now, we caught up with some of the players. We asked them about this added pressure, and they told us they're not here to defend a title. They're here to attack the World Cup. We saw them training a couple days ago, and you could just feel this confidence rippling off the field, and it's something that everyone will be able to see when they take on Vietnam in their first game tomorrow night. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Auckland, New Zealand.
Looking forward to the continued success there. All right, this brutal heat is taking a toll on just about everything, including your car. Tires are blowing out, batteries are dying, and the AC just isn't cooling. Sound familiar? Today at 5, Marilyn Morris shows us what to look for so you don't end up stranded on the side of the road.
SA Live is in the weeds. Hey, Mike, there you are. They've got some mosquito repelling plants, so no bugs there.
Now to the expanding investigation of a man accused in a serial killing spree in Long Island.
ABC's Morgan Norwood reporting officials say that the search for more possible victims now taking place in a 4th state.
The investigation into Rex Heuermann, the suspect in the Long Island, New York, Gilgo Beach serial killings, now expanding to a 4th state as authorities work to determine if he's connected to a string of unsolved killings in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Investigators say these victims, like the ones in Gilgo Beach, were also women who worked as prostitutes. Sheriff's deputies in New York fanning out across area detention centers, interviewing incarcerated sex workers about interactions they say they had with the suspect.
We have reached out to them for sex. They took the calls but did not meet with him.
The investigation also stretches into South Carolina, where detectives combed through 4 vacant lots allegedly owned by Heuermann, looking for what authorities call trophies, personal items that may have belonged to his alleged victims. They're also looking for potential evidence inside a seized green Chevrolet Avalanche. Heuermann also owns a timeshare in Las Vegas. In a statement, the Las Vegas Police Department says, "We're currently reviewing our unsolved cases to see if he has any involvement." And nearly a week after Heuermann's arrest in the murders of 3 young women who worked as escorts, his wife of more than 25 years, seen here in this FoxNews.com photo Wednesday, filing for divorce. Dominic Cancelleri says he lived next door to the Heuermanns on Long Island for nearly 20 years.
I really avoided him at all costs. I really didn't want any contact with him or anything like that.
Now Heuermann has pleaded not guilty. Investigators say more than 200 guns were seized from his home, but have not elaborated on the other evidence they say they collected. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
All right, 12:31 in the afternoon, taking a live look at live cam. It looks beautiful out there, but we all know it's hot.
Ooh, it is hot.
There's that 92 we've come to love.
Yeah, but it was slower to get to 92,
slower to
right?
get there. You're right.
1 degree shy of yesterday's forecast. We're only going to be at 103 today. Wow. And so far, including today, we will have had 25 100-degree days. Now, compared to last year, we're still trekking behind. I mean, this time last year, we had 41 100-degree days. That's a 16-day difference. And keep in mind, though, that even though we've only had 25 100-degree days, 13 of those have been in a row, including today. So when we look at consecutive 100-degree days, and records date back to 1885, we will probably at least be in the 2nd spot here behind 1962, if not surpassing 1962 in early August. So we'll have to wait and see. But again, in the forecast, there's not really going to be any relief from the hot weather, even though there's a small chance for rain over the weekend. And I mean, very small chance. It's still going to be hot. And so we'll continue to keep you updated. Again, looks like this summer is going to be one for the record books in one way or another. John Paul, Ursula.
Thank you, Sarah. Another sign that people are staying in their homes longer. Just 1% of all U.S. homes have changed hands so far this year, and that's the lowest figure in at least a decade. The company Redfin says only about 14 out of every 1,000 existing homes moved one owner to another in the first half of the year. But back in 2019, it was 19 out of every 1,000 homes. Experts believe actually that the rate should be closer to 40 or 50 homes out of every 1,000 in an active market, which we haven't seen for years. Real estate professionals believe high interest rates and a low inventory of homes on the market are the main reasons for this stay-at-home trend.
Money matters are a top concern for military families, but they might be getting some assistance soon. The House's latest defense bill outlines several proposed measures, including a pay raise, additional employment help for military spouses, and more assistance for housing and child care. The Senate is now considering the legislation. Also, last month, President Joe Biden announced executive actions to make it easier for military spouses to find and hold on to jobs. Advocates say many in the military are having a tough time affording the jump in housing costs, food prices, and child care.
Our KSAT community on the lookout for walkers and wheelchairs and crutches for Project Men. How donations are helping to benefit people who need all this equipment after the break.